So, men are often taught to have a tough exterior and show no emotion even when they're going through turmoil. Toxic masculinity, if you ask me. They're so hard on themselves and feel the need to keep up with this charade. Oftentimes, the women in their lives bear the full brunt of their indoctrination. And it becomes almost an impossible task to make an emotional connection with anyone. If this is you, this video seeks to help you understand why it's important that you create an emotional connection with the women you like and how to go about it. Keep watching. Hey there, you're back. I like the fact that you came back for more, and if this is the first time you're watching my videos, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica. I'm a broadcaster who lives in Accra, Ghana, and a proud African YouTuber as well. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 ways to create a deep emotional connection with a woman, all right? So if you are here for that very reason, then you're in luck. And we'll jump right in. Now, before I get into the 5 steps, there's something I absolutely need you to know, okay? Now, women create connections, and emotional ones, based majority of the time on how you make them feel. You know that saying about how people will never remember how good you were to them or what you did for them, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. It's kind of the same thing when it comes to women. If you're seeking to create an emotional connection, the experience has to be top-notch. With that at the back of your mind, we can jump in and start to discuss the 5 ways to create a deep emotional connection with the woman who's your love interest or the woman that you're already dating. Integrity. So the dictionary defines integrity as the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. And you know, in today's world, there are a lot of people who do not have integrity. You know, they would tell you to look up, and you should probably look down, or just don't hold your breath. And so that's a quality that is very rare these days. And so people, and women for that matter, look out for a man with integrity, a man who says, listen, I'm going to do this for you. And he actually follows through on his word, or keeps his word to do it, you know. And I think that if you want to really get to a woman, this is one huge quality that you need to master. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of practice sometimes. And if you're not someone who can be relied on, is seen as reliable, then this will be lost on you completely. So yeah, if you want to make a strong emotional connection with a woman, I would recommend that you work on your integrity. If it comes naturally to you, then that's a great thing. For me, like in my case, I would never promise if I know I can't deliver. You know, I would tell you that I will try my best, but I will never promise. But if I do promise, you can bet that I will go through hell and high water to make sure that I deliver what I've promised. But like I said, this is a quality that's lost on many people. And so if you keep proving yourself to this woman that you are a man of your word, you do what you say you will do, no questions asked, no excuses given, she will begin to open up to you and begin to trust you a lot more with her life. Authenticity. Now, there are too many guys out there who are always fronting for whatever reason. Maybe it's because, you know, if you sort of give women the impression that you have X and Y and Z going for you, it increases your chances of getting her or landing her. However, you can't fake authenticity. You know, it's just a matter of time before your true colors actually begin to show. And for that reason, I believe that if you're able to prove to this woman you're either dating or are interested in that, hey, you know what? This is really me. What you see is what you get. I don't have time for pretense, you know. I will always show you and tell you how I really and truly feel about things. She will begin to understand the way you work and decide for herself whether you are someone she wants to actually do this with or not. And people tend to downplay the power of authenticity. You see, because at the end of the day, you really cannot fake who you truly are. And if you are a naturally uncaring person, someone who is full of themselves, someone who really is only pretending to try to get into a woman's pants or to land this woman, you can only keep this ruse going for so long. Number 3. Shall we go there? Let's talk about vulnerability. Now, I know that it's a really hard thing to do, and especially in today's world where people are just not genuine. It's hard to open up and be vulnerable with people, but the truth is, if you do not open up, well, they don't open up either. Now, there's a way to go about it, because you also do not want a woman to feel as if, well, this guy is just a blabbermouth and is quick to tell everybody their own sub-story or own version of how hard their life has really been or how they hate their boss, etc. You always need to create the impression that this woman or this person that you're interested in is the only person you're being vulnerable with, or at least one of the few people. Now, the mistake a lot of guys do is when they really like a woman, they're too quick to just drop everything. Now, in as much as it's nice to be vulnerable and let people know exactly how you feel about certain things, your deepest, darkest emotions, feelings, and secrets, you need to, like I said, create that impression that she's the only one you're willing to tell this because you feel a strong connection with her. How do you do that? You can begin to talk about something and then pause. Be hesitant. Display a bit of hesitance about continuing to say what you want to say. At that point, you will pique her interest. She'll be wondering, what's going on here? If he's hesitating, then maybe this matter is really deep. So if he does manage to share it with me, then he really trusts who I am or what I stand for. That little hesitation, a few minutes of not wanting to talk about it, will create or heighten the importance of the message to her. Now, what she just did was play a psychological trick. She's going to think, oh my God, this is so deep. He did not want to tell me about it. Like, I'm one of the few people who know. And then she will begin to open up as well. However, guess what? If you went straight ahead to just lay all your cards on the table, tell her about all your vulnerabilities, she would leave the table thinking, this guy tells everybody his business and I'm not special at all. Thank me later. Be supportive and caring. And this goes without saying. I mean, if you really want to establish an emotional connection with someone, you need to actually be there for them. Be interested in their day, be interested in their lives, be interested in, the stuff that they're willing to share with you. And this is not like just, feigning interest, but taking genuine interest in the stuff that she tells you. So you have to actually pay attention to what she's saying, and make sure that if she tells you her birthday, you remember. If she tells you that, say, a family member is ill, you remember to ask about that family member later, and stuff like that. And if you're able to do that successfully, winning her over will not be as hard as it would have been if you were completely detached from this woman who is your current love interest. Number 5, attentiveness. Now, there are a lot of people who listen but do not hear, and a lot of men are guilty of that. I feel as if you're in a hurry, for some men especially, like you're in a hurry to just talk about yourself and your achievements and what you've done, that you never quite pay attention to what she's saying. How do you sell the idea that you're being attentive to her? The oldest trick in the book. When she says something, repeat that same thing to her after she's done. You could say something like, oh, let me make sure I understand. So are you saying that you went to so-and-so high school and this teacher was actually harassing you? So at least she knows that what she said didn't fall on deaf ears. When you are really interested in someone, they want to know that you're not just interested in getting them in bed, but actually also care about the stuff that they care about. Even if you don't, attentiveness will get you really far. Because the last thing you also want to do is she tells you, about an important date in her life, say a day her mom passed or her birthday, and you forget. Meanwhile, she remembered yours. How do you think that would make her feel? Right? So pay attention. Pick cues. Anyway, I don't intend to make this video too long, as usual. If you found this video beneficial, do your girl a favor, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, turn on all notifications so you get notified every time I post. I'll appreciate that.